States also keep records. Many times they get the information from the counties. Some states have free online database searches for the information they have. I will show you 3 different state databases and how to use them. Let's take a look at Illinois. Illinois offers quite a few databases online. If you go to this URL, you can look through the list of databases that you can search through. In the vital records, it lists that they offer 2 death databases and 1 for marriages. I'm going to show you how to use the marriage database and how to use it. The first one that I want to show you is Illinois has marriage records. The state has it online. So it may be in a courthouse and a court record, but the state, many of the states collected the vital records at certain dates. They started collecting this information, so the county sent it there. Well, the state of Illinois has their marriage records online. And so I wanted to show you how this works and kind of how I've used it at different times to find marriages. It's been really good. So I have an example here. I have this Thomas Skaggs. I'm going to try to quickly go over what I did and the dilemma I had. He was married to Elizabeth Musgrove and has these children, and then he has a second wife, Martha. He married in 1869 to her, and I don't have a death date for her, but I'm trying to find that. I actually don't have it for either one of them, Thomas or Elizabeth. But Martha, I want to show you a few things here. There was no children listed, and it says her name is Martha M. Simpson. And as I looked at this, I thought, I bet she was married before. She was born in 1832 and didn't marry till 1869. Well, I have 2 census records up here. This is the 1860 census. And we have Thomas and Elizabeth, Mary, Angeline, Emmeline, Walter, anyways, these children here. And then when I looked at 1870, I noticed this Charity and Laura. Those are the children. When you get to 1870, there's Charity and Laura, and I have America. I think America's... I don't have America here. Okay. Anyways, I noticed differences in these. We have America and Edna. I have a Robert and Elizabeth and a Mary. These children don't match up to this family here. I don't have a Mary and an Elizabeth. And they're the ages, so Elizabeth was 11, she should be 1. No Elizabeth age 1. Laura is 0. Mary, 15. No Mary, that's 5. But they're listed as Skaggs, and so I started thinking, well, I wonder if these were Martha's children, and their last name is not Skaggs, it's something else. It's probably Simpson. And it's interesting that these children are listed first, and then these children of Thomas's. So I did some looking, and I actually found, and I didn't pull it up. I wonder if I can find it really quick. Let me look. I have it over here. On one of my other screens. I think I have it. Oh boy. Oh, I found it. Okay, let me pull this over here. Sorry, I should have had this up first. I found in Kentucky a C.E. Simpson, age 26, Martha M., and her name is Martha M. She's born 1832. She's 34 in the 1870 census, so that's about right. There's Mary Jane, 15, and that Mary was, alright, she's 5 here. She was 15 in the 1870 census. And I have a Margaret E., probably Elizabeth. That's 2, and she was 1 in the 1870. And then there's Robert. That's 9 months, and he was 1, or he was 11 in 1870. I'm pretty sure this is the family. And they probably had those other children afterwards. The America and, let's see, this one. Probably America, Edna, Robert, Elizabeth, and Mary are Martha's children. So how does this fit into our statewide census? Well, I went in and typed in Simpson and Jasper County for females. You know, when you use this, notice that you're supposed to put the last name first, a comma, and the first name. Well, I wasn't sure which name, so I did just Jasper and Simpson, and I come up with an Elizabeth Simpson that married in 1878 in Jasper. Well, 1870, she was 15, so that's pretty close to the right date. And there's a Jacob Rolfe. So I have that. I don't have America or Edna. I don't have any of those. I did the Simpson for the males. For Robert, I didn't find that either. But I have that one. So let me go back over here. I started typing in. I put Martha and I put in this C.E. Simpson. I start putting these children in. So I wanted to walk you through this. So I put in Margaret. I didn't spell that right. There we go. Elizabeth Simpson. Female. She's deceased. Let's see. If she was born... well, she was born in Kentucky. And about 1858, she was 2, 58, 59, somewhere around there. Let me standardize this, Kentucky. And I went to go ahead and add her. Let's hope it does the same. And it came up with Margaret Elizabeth Simpson, December of 1859, married to a Jacob Rolfe. Now, over here it said Jacob Rolfe. Pretty close. So I clicked on this one to pull him up. And it says he's married to Margaret in Jasper. And that's the date that I had here. So I'm pretty sure that is correct. So let me go back here, and I'm just going to go ahead and say add match. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and do anything more here. I just wanted to show you how I use that statewide census to kind of help me figure out that that is correct. They were living in Jasper. I'm going to continue looking at more of this, but let me go back on this search just to show you a few things here. So you can do a statewide census search. Let me do Simpson Robert statewide and submit. Now, he would have married after 1870. I can't remember how old he was. Wrong one. So he's 9 in 1870. So I'm guessing he gets married after 1880, somewhere around there. So you can look down here and see for an 1880. And you can look that. So here's one that's 1880. It's in Cook County. Could be. See if we have anything else. 1880s. Here's a 1884 in Will County. Anyway, so this is what you can use. I would think it would probably be in Jasper or surrounding county, and I would have to find out I know that the family lived in Richland and Crawford County and Jasper County. So I would be thinking it would be in one of those, but it may not be. Here's 1887 in Champaign. So anyways, I just want to show you how to use that index. And you can always look at the states and see if they have some kind of an online census, or if the state archives allows you to come. Maybe the state archives has something online. So look for the different states. It doesn't have to always be in the county, because some of these records that you're going to find that are court records, basically, they're vital records or land records, are collected by the state also, and some of them are online. Okay, I want to use this Missouri website that has death records. It has birth and death records pre-1910, or Missouri death certificates 1910 to 1971. Now, I have my great-grandfather. Let me go to his details. I have his information, but at one time it was really hard to find his death date. My mother knew her great-grandmother, and my grandmother had recorded a lot of information, but somehow his death was not recorded. And so it took me quite a while, and I found this website, this Missouri website, and so I'm going to just go through it. It says, click here, this is 1910 to 1911. And I have them in the 1910 census, so I was pretty sure it was after that date. And my great-grandmother has a journal, and she had put that in, so I think I knew that it was 1911, 1912. Anyways, you can do all these different things. It contains, it's exact, it ends with, it starts with, so you can do a search, pretty good search if you're not sure of exactly how the spelling is on a name. But you can put in the last name. You can search for spouse, father, the mother, and then first name. Again, exact. Anyways, I just left it contains, and I just did a global search for any Robert Watts. And you can search for the years, you can search with the county. Anyways, I just did a search for everybody, and I came up with this many results. And I knew he died in Atchison, and here's 1912. Tells you the certificate number, and then you can actually click here, and it gives you the certificate. So I wanted to show you that so Missouri offers the death records, and I wanted to show you how to attach this to his sources. Because I have the Find a Grave, but I don't have that. Actually, I have put this certificate in his memories. So there's two things I could do. I could attach it through the memories, but I want to create a source. So if I say add a source, so if you're working on one of these other websites that's not from Family Search, you can say add a new memory, and we'll go back over here, and I will take that URL, and it says, where is this found? Let's see, web page URL. There we go. I'm going to put it right there so that there is a link to it. And I can say on Missouri Death Records website. Let's see if there's Missouri Digital Heritage. That's probably what I should put in there. Missouri Digital Heritage. Make sure I got that right. Yep. Okay. And then I can say see sources for a copy of the death certificate. And it wants a date up here, so 1912, and I need to standardize it, and then it will, oh, it still doesn't allow me to save it. Oh, because I don't have a title. Okay, death certificate. They're really good. They don't let you attach it till you have the essentials on it. And then it comes up, 1912 death certificate. So, there is another site. And you just need to check the different states. Different states have different online databases, and in time more and more of them will have them. These are two, that the Illinois one and the Missouri one, that I have used quite a bit. Anyways, I hope this helps. Alright, I have done a video on this before, but it kind of goes along with the different court records. Land records are kept by courts. And this is the state of Texas. This is not really easy to find. Every time I go to use it, it takes me a little while to find it. But it's a Texas General Land Office. Texas GLO, General Land Office. And you have to go, to find this search, you go to History, and then it has Land Grant Search, and it takes you to this page. And I'm going to use my husband's family, Needham Yates, and I'm not a robot, and I do a search, and it comes up with 3 different results. And then you can click on the PDF, and if we come down here, he's down somewhere down here. See if I can find it. There it is, right there. B. Tomlinson and N.W. Yates, and it's 1841. And it's 320, September 28th, 1841. Let's go up here to the top, and it says land grant is, I'm not sure what that number is. I can't read it. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Well, class of condition, the certificate, and then quantity of land. Okay, so it was 320 on that. Anyways, so again, I did this on the other one, but I don't have it. It's not on my husband's. I have put it in the memories, but I have not put it in here. So let's add the source, add a new memory, and it was 1841, and it was a Texas land grant. And I'm going to do a URL, and I will do this exact URL. Now the problem with this is if Texas decides to change the URL, it doesn't change that, and it will make it not usable. But I'm going to save it, and now I have that land grant. I have it recorded there. And it'll be easier for me to find in the future, because every time I go to find it, I can't. But I did actually download it, and then I put it in here in the memories. Let's see if we can see all of them. There's 3 of them. And there's the page that we were looking at. So, anyways, each state offers different things online. They have courthouses. Many things are public record. There's different types of courts. I have done pretty much just land records and probate, but there's criminal courts, and I have really never done research on those. Anyways, this is kind of a short video, but I hope that you will search out in the different states, the different records that the states, the courts keep. They keep a lot of vital records. They ask the counties to send them to you. And in Family Search, many times you will notice that when you're attaching records, like a marriage record, it will be the same record, and it's like in there 4 or 5 times. And that's because one, they've copied it from the county, and then they've gotten it from the state, and then they found some other person that's holding that, maybe some library or archive has that same record, and Family Search has collected all of those, and then that's why you end up with all these different records that appear to be very much the same. Anyways, have fun. Don't think that everything is just in the county, because sometimes you may find it in the state records. So have fun searching. Happy hunting!